YouTube, what's good? It's TheWavyRonin, and today I'll be giving y'all my thoughts on Shootout in Season 7. So first and foremost, I want to thank y'all so much for the love y'all been showing the videos. I know it might seem insignificant to y'all, but seeing that positive reception and that positive interaction really does show me that I'm moving in the right direction with this. And not only that, we're also on the cusp of 100 subs, so that's really exciting to see too. So if you enjoy the content, subscribe, like, and just drop y'all's thoughts on this video. As always, it's free, it's easy, and it's definitely appreciated, and it just keeps you in the loop for the content that I've got coming y'all's way as far as guides, personal challenges, and just different stuff like that. So I definitely think it is ambitious, but I also think it's achievable. So let's run the channel up to 100 subs with this video. Now that that's done, let's talk about Shootout. So let me preface this with saying I'm definitely happy overall with the changes that have been made. As y'all pretty much already know, Shootout is my favorite thing to do whenever I play solo, and I think the devs have given it several buffs that make it arguably the best XP and the best loot in the game without any crown investments. This season's biggest change to Shootout, at least at the time of this video, is that we now can earn military grade purple crates. The base XP for these crates is 750 XP, and so with the battle pass modifiers, you're going to easily see 1k plus drops, and the double XP inevitably rolls around. If you stack your crates, you're going to get even bigger gains off of that. So in addition to the 60 crown spawn that you get from the Shootout crate specifically, we now also have a chance to roll 155 crowns more frequently from these military crates as well. So this pretty much means Shootout has evolved into an easier source of military grade crates. And let's not forget that those crates also contain some of the more sought after plans as well. So the only other ways that you can get to these crates are from boosting the airdrop and encounters, from donating at least 5k food once a week, and through leveling the battle pass with the random battle pass rewards. So even though the crates, at least appearing in the Shootout crate, are RNG, Shootout on average will give us more crates with less investment on top of the existing loot we were already getting. So it's really maximizing and making our time more efficient. Another nice change is that Shootout crates themselves also give 250 XP when they're open, so just a small convenient boost to our XP per hour, and that's also modified by the battle pass modifiers. And so with encounters being reverted to Vigor's original state and gameplay loop, I think that Shootout is pretty much the meta from getting all of the loot, from farming XP. I think the only thing that it doesn't really do a good job of is giving you common materials, at least specific ones that you're looking for. But in encounters, if the multiple high XP points of interest don't make a return to consistently be there, or if boosting the loot modifier doesn't add POIs, I think Shootout is once again the meta for all your grinding needs. So if and when encounters is readjusted, reworked, or whatever, I think it'll shift XP grinding back in encounters' favor. But right now, Shootout just pretty much wins. It's taking the dub and everything. The only arguable point at least at how it currently stands, I would say, is that if you can consistently get thread and you can consistently extract with the airdrop in one game, there's going to be really competitive XP rates, if not more. But obviously that takes more skill, and it's going to be harder to be consistent with that versus placing top 3 in Shootout. Another big change is that they've added consumable items. These spawn in a metallic crate where weapon crates will usually appear, and so far I've seen some armor plates, I've seen contact bombs, I've seen mortar strikes. I don't know if anything else is in there, so if it is, feel free to drop a comment and let me know what's up. They've also remixed the weapon rotation. I think it's been a little bit interesting. I would say that as far as the weapons you spawn with, I think the Suomi is probably the best overall weapon in this update, followed by spawning with the M16, but mainly if you can drop shot really well. And then I would say that third is actually, and people probably gonna tighten up on this, but I think the Magnum. I know y'all probably like, what the fuck, but I think the Magnum is a sleeper weapon because it's got a very tight over the shoulder spread, but the only limitation is that it's got a slower fire rate and it has very limited ammo on spawn. So you spawn with 6 reserve, but I always spawn with that shit, so it was worth learning how to use it, and it also piqued my interest for some different videos. Another benefit of that Magnum is that I think it's the only gun in the Shootout rotation that has stagger, and basically with the fire rate, if you stagger somebody that's standing up, it's pretty much a free kill, assuming that you're solid on not, panicking or whatever once you get that hit. But if you're up against somebody with a staggered weapon in general, just stay crouched or try to jump when they're shooting to avoid that effect. As far as crate weapons, I would say the bugle is probably the top tier, followed by the SG1 and basically all of the AUR variants. So like, those are all goated crate weapons. But even though this remix has occurred, I think the most annoying part of it is that it gives people that play slower, that play on the rooftop, a lot of good weapons to just shoot across the map with. I mean, if that's your play style, it is what it is. But I do still think that maintaining that aggressive and more mobile play style will pay more dividends, especially when you're trying to farm crates as fast as possible. So that's pretty much what's new with it, but I also have some feedback and stuff like that. So let's get into that. Like I said, overall, the shootout loot rewards are great, but I think the in-game reward screen could use a minor UI adjustment that just shows the specific numbers of food and crates we're getting. I also think we really need the ability to destroy ammo like we can in encounters, or if they don't want to just migrate that over to shootout as well, at least a toggle option to only loot the ammo that's applicable to the weapons in our inventory. I also think that enemy contact bombs are way too loud to really just have some solid utility, but I don't know what audio cue would work better. Maybe I guess like a static thing like a time safe, but as it currently stands, it just beeps so loud that it's really hard to miss. I would also like to see more shootout versions of the other maps in addition to all of the maps just being playable for shootout. So like instead of it just being stuck on one map for one season, it just puts you into a queue and it just randomly selects the map. And with that, I would also love to see more weapon rotations too. I don't know if it only changes by season, but if they bundle up like different, I guess you could say weapon packs, you can select a weapon pack, select a weapon, or excuse me, just a regular map, and you just get a different experience every time you queue up, and I think that would improve the overall experience. I think the biggest issue in shootout right now, I don't know if it's the server or what, but there are way more invisible players too this season. And basically all I'm saying is that you'll see like floating weapons just moving around because the player is there and you can still shoot them and hit them, but you just can't see them, and usually they don't appear until they kill you or you kill them. And so that's kind of annoying to deal with. But that's pretty much everything I have. That's my initial impressions, a little bit of feedback and just shootout specific ideas. Like I said, overall I think shootout is in a really good spot, especially when you talk about rewards, but hopefully something is done to encounters that can let it catch up to that same utility, or some type of balancing is done, and hopefully they lock in on getting these crashes resolved on PlayStation and just improving the overall server stability. They came out with a statement and addressed it, so you really just have to sit back and see what they come up with at this point. But that's gonna wrap up this video. Shout out to y'all that have made it this far. Y'all are goated. Feel free to interact with the video however you see fit, and just the channel, and just let me know how y'all feel about shootout in season 7. So that's it. Take it easy. I'm out.